What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wrestling Junkies podcast. I'm Eric, Mr. Cincinnati Robinson. As always, I'm joined by the podcast dad himself, Chris Hoops. Hoops, how you doing, buddy?
I love our song. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, it's so
I
great. Shout
do.
out to DJ Baser for the theme song.
Really, it's very
hmm
catchy. I appreciate the effort. And again, cheers to you. Thank you.
Cheers. Welcome to Wind Down Wednesday
Thank
of the Wrestling Junkies podcast. As always, hit that QR code in the top left corner. Like, share, subscribe. We are 4 followers away from 1,000 on X. Anybody that's watching out there, you got to know 4 people that would like our show and like our content. So send them a link to our Twitter. I keep calling it X. It's whatever you want to call it. You know, just yeah, you get what we're trying to say. But yeah, no, 1,000 there and closing in on 200 on our YouTube channel. So again, make sure to subscribe, support
Yeah.
our channel by visiting our merch store. We've got T-shirts, we've got mugs, we've got hats, we've got beanies, we got some new designs that are on the way as well. Also, make sure to follow the Main Event Network guys on all social media platforms at mainevent_net. We've got 2 great interviews dropping this Friday as well. Thanks again to Corey McRae as well as Seeing Nick for joining us this week. Can't wait for you guys to check out these conversations. And Taco Tully's worst stump the smark of all time is
Worst.
also coming this Friday. It was it was
It
it
was
was.
it was pretty
I'm pretty
bad.
I'm pretty I'm pretty embarrassed for him. I'm extremely embarrassed for
You
him.
should be. I mean, you
Yeah,
do
I
terrible at
am.
that too.
I
Um,
wouldn't say terrible.
I got a bone to pick today, man. And this is a
What
non-wrestling
I
thing.
do?
So I'm gonna ask you. You know, you're hip and you're on the scene and you're out. You know, with the youngins and having a fun life. Have you heard of the word singleton?
Not Probably not in the sense that you're about to educate me on. No,
Okay. So I think we've
enlighten me.
established. I think we've established on this podcast that I have twins. All right.
Yes.
As I was scrolling through Reddit at some point
Mm-hmm.
today,
There's your first problem.
the word came up. Hey, my singleton is almost as bad as having twins. Apparently, singleton is like one child, and
Oh,
I'm gonna let
okay.
you know
Well,
right now
I didn't know that. I don't have
to
kids, so I wasn't gonna
to
know that.
anybody out there. I know it's Wind Down Wednesday, and I know we're kind of chill out today, but um,
Yeah,
you
I'm
have
vibing today, bro.
no idea. So if you're walking around using the term singleton for your one kid, what is the nice word that or nice phrase that you always say? Go touch grass.
Okay.
That's my soapbox today. It bugged me. It bugged me in a way where I'm like, man, you guys, you have no idea how it is having two nuts toddlers right now. You have no idea.
Uh, I mean, for those that don't enlighten us right now, take us through a typical evening with the podcast dad's twins.
It's madness. It's straight madness. They're both running around, yelling, jumping
Of
on
course they
me.
are.
I mean, I'm teaching them some wrestling moves. Let's not. Let's be
Of course they
honest. We
are.
had we
Yeah.
had Cookie Monster slam Elmo tonight, and I did count the 1, 2, 3. Cookie Monster did get the big win, but that's
I mean,
how
did
I'm
you
book.
expect anything else? Of course, Cookie Monster's going over Elmo here.
That's how we're currently booking Sesame Street Federation. But it's nuts. It irked me today.
All
That's the old Peter Griffin segment where really grinds my gears. That
right.
grinded my gears today. That somebody out there is going, my singleton is a handful. No shit.
Yeah.
how
I
about
mean,
how about have another one and have
it's
two handfuls? And I love my kids. I
sorry,
really do.
I know
I
that
know
you
it
do.
seems. I know it seems like
He
it.
is a very good parent for me.
I know it
Yeah,
seems like I
don't let
don't, but
this
I'm
fool
just
you.
like
No, you're doing great.
there's just the people out there, and it dives into the wrestling community as well. The negativity out there, and
Yeah.
the flip flopping and all that good stuff. But because there was one other,
We've seen a lot of that.
this was something that I was going to lead back into wrestling. There's a clip going around on X, and I'm sure you've seen it.
Yep.
The Maxine Dupree clip.
hmm
Um, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's let's call it what it is. It's shitty by those fans to boo her.
Yeah.
She's out there trying. She's on the house shows. Did she get put on the main program way too early? Sure, she did.
Yeah.
Is she actively working at the house shows trying to get better? Yeah. So let her
Yeah.
try. Like she's out there doing something she wants to do. I've seen a lot of colleagues of hers come to her defense. I saw something from Ivy Nile.
Rhea.
I
Yeah.
know, probably never going to see this, but Maxine Debris, please keep your head up.
Yeah.
You know, it you got to fall on your face to get good, and I just think the wrestling community this whole week, like the wrestling community just needs to get better.
Yeah, we could all stand to take a chill pill, that's for sure. But yeah, no, I mean it's super shitty what we saw online, and it's good to see that people are supporting her because I mean it ain't ballet. I think we all know that. I've taken exactly one back bump in my life, and I don't know that I can imagine doing it on a regular basis. So I applaud those that have stuck with it and work to get better and want to work together or
Yeah.
want to work to get better, I should say, and want to be there. So yeah, no, you're Maxine's always at least gonna have a couple of fans of the wrestling junkies.
Yep. And real quick again, and then we'll spin it and we'll talk about NXT.
Yeah,
Um, we're gonna pour a couple out for Ole Anderson who passed away, and then
yep. Mike
Virgil passed
Jones.
away today. That's
Yep,
always sad news. Thoughts are out to their family. I know Ole wasn't
of
like
course.
the best guy in the world, but
Yeah, depends on
a
who you
death.
ask. Yeah,
Yeah, and he has a complicated legacy in wrestling, and
yeah,
Virgil, on the other hand, it seemed like he was more popular after wrestling, which is kind of funny.
yeah. Right.
The Olive Garden, everything about that was hilarious. Um,
You know
his
I'm dragging you Olive Garden this weekend, right?
his hey, I'll do some endless pasta. His and the breadsticks, baby. The
Yeah,
breadsticks.
yeah.
I remember when he was
Tour of
in.
Italy.
He got the nod in 2K, and I remember him just going crazy on Twitter. But
Yeah,
thoughts out to their family. So,
for sure, for sure. Yeah, you ready to talk some NXT?
yes, I am because it's
Yeah,
oh yeah, we'll always get the breadsticks,
yeah.
buddy.
We'll be
Um,
ready. We'll be ready.
I'm interested to see how you feel about this episode because I thought it was pretty interesting.
It was. I don't know where we want to start here, but I think it's kind of just the most exciting part of it. That I mean, this was a literal. I yelled "oh shit" at my TV as this happened here. I
Okay.
happened to see on Twitter that we should be paying attention to the Ridge Holland segment, which got my attention. I didn't expect Ridge to interrupt Lyra and Tatum. That was an interesting way to kind of intro into what he was going to do, and then basically going into the I'm not a bad guy. I'm this. I'm this, and that. And then to have the excuse me, to have the message pop up, and screen goes black or arena goes black. Next thing we know, spotlight on Sean Spears. That camera angle was perfection because you still didn't know who it was, and then once you take that hood off to see the head shape, it's like oh, like wow, really okay.
Yeah.
Sean Spears is back. Who'd have thought? Yeah,
Yeah. I think you were a little bit more excited than I was.
pumped.
Um, because we thought those vignettes were, I think and as we do in the wrestling world, we kind of overhyped exactly who that
Yeah,
was going to be.
we
Um,
speculate.
you know, uh, I think it is a bit of a drop from Okada to Sean Spears, and that's nothing against Sean Spears, but everybody thought it was Okada, which we probably should have thought, it's not Okada, right?
You're
It's
not
not going to
bringing
be
Okada to
Okada.
NXT. Yeah,
No.
you're not
So,
signing Okada to bring him to NXT. You're just not.
look, Sean Spears, I think, is probably better suited for a WWE environment. It just didn't work in AEW. He's more of, he got the 10 gimmick over. Um, yeah, that was it didn't leak, so that was really cool.
Yeah,
Like we
it's a
we
true
very
surprise.
rarely get surprises, so that was a cool part of that. I want to see what happens next. That's what we always say is
Of
the
course.
follow up. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think this is a solid addition. We've seen what going back to NXT has done for like a Baron Corbin. Um,
Yes.
it has helped immensely. I think he will eventually be on the main roster soon because him and Cody are pretty tight. So this is another one of those. Hey, he's good friends with Cody. We've seen Jade. We've now
Yeah.
seen Sean Spears. I think we might see Ricky Starks. Like QT actually re-signed with AEW, which was a bit surprising, but
Yeah.
um, like I think
And he got himself in that WWE TV shape too.
he looks great, by the way.
Yeah.
He looks
Uh,
fantastic.
yeah.
Good for him. But yeah, no, like this is a good solid addition for NXT. I think you're going to have some call ups over the next couple months, so I think he will have a firm place on that NXT roster. And yeah, I could see him. I don't know about winning the NXT title, but I could definitely see him challenging for the NXT title.
Yeah, I'm going to go the opposite direction. I think that, I mean, this is firmly within his grasp here, I think, because if we look back at Ty Dillinger and that character, if we had had the way that NXT runs now to where the call-ups didn't feel so routine and mechanical, and he had the room to cook and kind of flesh out what that gimmick looks like, I think that he
Yeah.
would have been a major player down there. And I think that they've got the opportunity to do that here with him now. It's different because this is I mean, this is as much of a Triple H and Shawn Michaels guy as you can find to bring back to the fold. Because I mean, Shawn did kick Stan that one time,
Kick
and
Stan.
here we are, 15 years later.
Wow.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
How do you? So the one thing that was a little bit surprising was he's Sean Spears. He's not Ty Dillinger. How
Oh
do you
yeah,
feel about
yeah.
that?
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
I'm a little surprised, to be honest with you.
It's it, the Sean Spears run was different from the Ty Dillinger run. At least with Spears, there's a little bit more edge. There's a little bit, this is a much more well-rounded character that you're going to get with Sean Spears, more so than you did with Ty Dillinger, whose gimmick was basically just yelling 10.
But that was when he was the most over, though.
You're not wrong.
So
You're not wrong. But I mean, if we're talking about like longevity of a character, you get
yeah,
more out of him being him. Because I mean, he's also gone on his own indie run and won championships. And I forget what show it was that I was watching, but I feel like you and I talked about Sean Spears, within the last month and a half or so, thinking would he actually come back to WWE? And I pointed out some titles that he won on the Indies, and here we are now talking about Sean Spears back in WWE. So definitely surprised. I think my question for you, podcast dad, is: does this mean that we will see a return of his wife Cassie Lee and her best friend Jessie McKay, and see the Iconics return to WWE?
probably not in the near future. I think both
Okay.
are pregnant currently.
One's pregnant. I think Jessie
I think
just had a baby. Cassie's pregnant now. Jessie just
Cassie's
had a
pregnant
baby.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they might be done. It would be cool to see them
Okay.
back. But they also want to go be parents. I
That's
understand.
fair. Yeah. Yeah.
If they do want to come back, I think again that opens the door for sure if your husband's there. But
Yeah.
they were great while they were here, so I'd love to see them back. But they haven't really done much since that TNA run. So,
Yeah.
it's been like a year or two since they were doing that. They've kind of not wrestled as much. Again, I would love to see it, but
Yeah.
with the whole, you know, that whole situation of going and being a mom, that might pull them in a
Yeah.
different direction.
Yeah. I want to live in a world where the Iconics and Chelsea Green all link up. I just think that that'd be great
Man,
television,
that
wouldn't
would
it?
be that would be that'd be annoying, but yes,
Annoying, yes,
in a good way,
but
in a good
also
way,
iconic. But
yes,
also
in a good
iconic
way, yes.
and
See,
inspirational.
I thought you were going to talk. I thought you were going to start with a bit of a surprise. I think in the main event picture, a Tony D'Angelo.
Bro, yeah. So yeah, let's get on into it. So that final segment between Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov, Ava's moderating, basically
Loved
says,
it.
you know what? Yeah, this is instead of just giving you this match, we're gonna make you earn it because that's what we do in NXT. So next week at Roadblock, Tony D'Angelo, Carmelo Hayes, winner gets Ilya a stand and deliver. I don't know. I don't think that this is going to be a one-on-one match that Ilya has at a stand and deliver at this point anymore. I don't think so.
Oh, dude, I think Tony
Because
D's winning next week.
really,
Yeah,
really,
I think Trick comes
I
back and costs Carmelo.
okay. If I can't have it, then you can't. All right, that's a fun way to
Yeah,
go for sure. But I think that we've said that this feud needs the title. At least, we've said that before, but you're starting to feel that we don't.
yeah, like the Tony D'Angelo that I saw last night was like night and day from the one we've seen the last couple months, where he came out
Yeah,
and he kind of like almost hit that Godfather role. Like, oh, you think you have the security guard? No, you don't. I do.
that was slick.
That was
That was
awesome.
definitely slick. Yeah.
Like
It-
the whole
yeah.
that whole aura, like, where he got a little bit like more serious, that was like, oh, this is kind of a scary
Yeah.
Tony D. Like I could see this going heel wise, and him and Ilya having a great program together. He's gotten better in the
Okay.
ring. Like
Yes, he has.
I loved
This is
his
different than the
promo.
first singles push that they tried to give him, where he was the Don and Stacks was kind of
Yeah,
the number two to him, as opposed to, okay, we'll make you guys a tag team, we'll get your reps in that way.
yep.
Just because Stacks was, he was an indie mainstay too, so it's kind of, they had that perfect that tandem there. So
And it makes
if there's a
sense.
time to do it, now it is.
Like he came
But
out and he's like, you cannot
shut up,
be
Kyle.
Kyle. Come on now, you can't. Like he came out and said, I can't be the only one that goes. You three holding up the main title for the last 6 months. It's time for somebody
Yeah,
new. And
yeah,
like if he has this more serious edge to him, dude, I am all in for that
for sure.
mob boss character because I think that would be really really cool. I don't know if he beats Ilya, but I could definitely see Tony beating Melo next week thanks to Trick Williams.
Yeah, and then just, I mean, so let's say that Mel and Trick, this match is stand delivered, doesn't have a title on. Do you give it a stipulation of some kind?
Oh, it's gonna be some kind of street fight,
Okay, okay,
and it'll main event, and it should main event.
yeah, yeah.
The the,
Man, I would
the,
love to
the
see in Hell in a Cell in NXT, but we're not going to see it.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but like some kind of like lights out match or
Yeah, I can
something like
dream.
that.
Yeah,
That would be. I think that would warrant something with Trick and Mello. But
yeah.
yeah,
Let them
like I
brawl.
I
Just
love the
yeah,
direction they're going right now. Like this is like, oh, okay, so there's somebody fresh in the main event scene, and this was something I didn't know I wanted, but now I really want it.
yeah. Because I mean, even before this, we have talked about, okay, is this for the title? Is it not for the title? Do we take the title off of Ilya before we get there? I mean, and you don't really want to do that to Ilya because he's doing some of the best work of his career right now. This
Yeah.
last year has been phenomenal for him. So this is probably the safer route. Keep the title on him. This is a ready-made program that you can enjoy here in NXT. Mello
Hmm.
will likely be headed over to SmackDown.
Sooner
If all
rather than
things,
later.
exactly, yeah. And Trick, let him continue to cook in NXT, and then when you want to bring him up, there's another program you can bring to the main roster and have some fun
Hmm.
with it.
And
So
they also teased something last night that is I'm just watering at the mouth that I want Ilya to stay in NXT just for a little bit longer. Do you
what
remember?
was that? I don't.
It was the backstage confrontation with Obafemi.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. I
Okay,
mean, yeah. I think we've already said Oba will be
where's my
NXT champion
wallet?
by the end of the year.
Where's my wallet? Take my money right now. Are you kidding me? I would love to see that match.
Yeah.
Oba would throw him around, and Ilya would do whatever
Yep.
the hell he wanted.
Yep.
That
That.
is something I would love to see. And
Yeah.
dude, give Obafemi the title.
Why not?
I saw
Why
an
not?
interesting post the other day on X, and I can't remember who it was. Shout out to you. I'm sorry, I can't remember. Do you remember the last time they just hot shotted somebody to win a world title? It, think before Paige too. Like, do you at the moment know who the
Sheamus.
youngest? Sheamus was one of
Sheamus is the
them.
one that comes to mind for me immediately.
The example he gave was
Um.
Randy Orton. Randy Orton was what
Yeah.
23 when he won the world title.
24. Yeah.
24. Like we have not seen somebody hot shotted like that in a while.
Yeah.
Obafemi could
No.
do that. He is
No. He's
he
100% there. I mean,
has it.
he looks scary. I mean, he's. I mean, I think he still has like less than 10 matches under his
Yeah.
belt over like total. So I mean, that's
And
just
he's got presence, he's got aura. Like
yeah.
I'm in. You know who doesn't
He
have any
has
of that
it.
right now?
Who?
You know who. Admit it. Come on. It's not working, man.
Okay. I know that it's not work. I don't know why though. Do you think changing the name? Do you think changing his name was a mistake?
Yes. I think changing his
It's.
name, bringing him a heel was a mistake.
I applaud him for trying, but it's hard to get invested. The entrance is cool. That's about all he's got going for him. I
That's
like
it.
the entrance. That's just me. Yeah, because it very much reminds me of just the Fresh Prince of Bel Air throne. It's just, yeah.
But that's
So
not a good.
and that's
If that's what it reminds you of, though, like
How is that a bad thing that I get reminded of a
Because
definitive
Fresh Prince was a
situation
comedy.
comedy in the
You're supposed to
90s?
laugh at it.
Okay,
You're not
well, I'm
supposed to
not
laugh at
necessarily.
Lexus King.
I'm not laughing at Lexus King. Okay, I'm laughing at you insinuating that I shouldn't be laughing at Lexus King, even though I wasn't. That's what I'm laughing at.
It's not working.
It's not. And Kyle says that the name really might not have anything to do with it. Uh, being used as an enhancement, I would agree with that. I mean, that's basically all he's been. There's really been no direction, no motivation. He tricked his way into a North American title match, fumbled that bag, and then continues to
Mello.
rack up losses. Yeah,
He was he was
I don't know what
he
you do
was
here.
on a PLE with Carmelo Hayes very early.
But again, what we're all about the follow up here,
It led to
and
nothing.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
needs a few. I don't even know who that is at this point. All right, I mean, what's Luca Crucifino doing other than dropping out to Dijak?
where's Bear Hill?
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's it's not ideal. It's not ideal.
It's
I
not
don't know.
working.
Okay.
It's just not.
I
I'm almost at the point where like this is a failed experiment, and they should just
Yeah.
not cut ties, but let's change direction.
You know what's not a failed experiment though?
What's that?
Ava is general manager of NXT. How much more
Is it?
comfortable does she look as a character since
But
they've given her that title?
that's something like, hey, that's why I think there might still be a glimmer of hope for Alexis King because Ava was not good in Schism.
No. No, she was
Same,
not. It just
it
seemed odd.
didn't work,
Yeah.
but this is working so much better.
Yeah, she's assertive, she's confident. I mean, the things that would make Adam Pearce say I need a drink, she's just taking with stride.
Mm-hmm.
And
No,
it's
it's
working
much
for her.
better.
Yeah, she seems a lot more relaxed, much more at ease. Like focus on being the character, be the authority figure, grow into that role. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
how often do we get somebody that will just get the chance to grow into that role, and hopefully that's what certainly as long as her father is still with the company, you have to think she's going to be with the company.
And guess what? Like wrestling might not work, but having that on-screen character might
Yeah,
work. Being a manager, being a general manager, being an
yeah,
authority figure, that might just work for her, and that's
yeah.
okay. Not everybody
Because
has to be a wrestler.
yeah, I mean, not Adam Pearce is not getting any younger. We are officially in a McMahonless era in WWE. You need these characters now. There's going to be more importance on these now than there was before.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. So she's what is she? A fourth generation star?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's just start there. Yeah.
Let's
Oh,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
let's talk about a second generation star.
Charlie Dempsey.
Oh my god!
Once I saw that was the main event,
I am so
you knew
ready.
that that was yeah.
That's awesome.
He looked amazing. That was a great main event. I think that's the first time the Heritage Cup has main event at NXT. And
Yes,
I know they had the program, with Carmelo and Ilya after that, but this was
it's awesome.
this was bloody brilliant. Everything
I see
about
what you did
the
there.
presentation, yeah, yeah,
I see what you did there.
dude,
That was cute.
he's something. I mean, it's only a matter of time before his dad shows up.
Don't get me started. Don't it
Yeah,
just hit
he's been
high noon.
palpitating, getting the meat sweats ready for William Regal to show up. Yeah, it's
Oh,
okay. It's
I
all right.
cannot wait.
I know you can't. I know you can't.
Dude, him managing Charlie Dempsey, that would be amazing. It'd be
Very
amazing.
much so. I agree.
So
Yeah.
another one I saw, and this is on Reddit. Again,
Okay.
that's your first mistake.
Second, I guess now.
Somebody out there was like, Charlie Dempsey needs to be the one to retire Brian Danielson, and I was like, oh
Oh,
my god.
yeah, yeah. I felt that one in my soul. All right. Okay.
Again, where's my wallet? Take my money. That would
Well,
be. I mean, that's
give it
just
time.
great storytelling.
Yeah. I
Do
don't
I
think
see a
Bryan
Danielson
Danielson's
coming
ever.
back to
He's never
WWE?
coming back. No. No.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I
No,
Hall of
hold
Fame
on,
run.
hold on. No. What did you just
Okay.
say?
No.
He's what? He's never coming back. Is that what you said?
I might have said the words never. Yeah.
Pretty sure we said the same thing about Phil.
Oh yeah, so we can pull that one card on me, all right? All of a sudden, all
And
my
now Phil is in
whatever.
2K24.
I mean, not right away, so he's a little
I'll
late to
take
the
the.
party, but he'll be there.
He's on the DLC. It's fine.
It's a great roster DLC.
Act like you're well, except for the McAfee one, but yeah.
That's fine. You know what? No, okay. So this is what drove me nuts, and I forget where I saw this, but I forget what the tweet was, but it was basically more or less they showed the DLC where Sensational Sherry's in it, and somebody had the literal audacity to tweet out, "Who's grandma on the left?" Yeah, yeah.
Educate yourself.
Seriously, if you anybody out there that's watching that's never seen Sensational Sherry work, do yourself a favor.
Educate
Just
yourself.
fire it up and yeah, for real. She's the one in the background singing on Shawn Michaels' theme, so her legacy lives
Well,
on forever.
she damn near paved the way for most of the women today. So
Yeah, pretty much. I
I
mean,
mean, she was in there taking bumps from he who shall not be named.
yep,
Like
yeah.
putting like that was I didn't say
I'm
it.
proud of us. It's been over a month. I'm
Good,
proud of us.
good.
I'm really proud of us. Yeah,
Like she was in there doing that before it
yeah,
was even close to being okay.
yeah,
like that
yeah.
no. If you that all right now see now I'm pissed off. Like how do you not know
I know.
sensational
I know.
Sherry? Come on,
Or
scary
just
Sherry.
educate you.
Go watch
Sister Sherry.
WCW Harlem Heat. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. You'll find that Booker T promo. Okay.
Exactly, and she's there. The whole thing with Robert Parker, that whole storyline.
Oh, I forgot about that. That was
Go
yeah,
educate yourself, children.
yeah.
Go
Uh,
educate yourself.
seriously, look at this.
God,
Dropping knowledge on the Wrestling Junkies
now I'm
podcast.
angry.
That's all right. And you know who else is angry? Roxanne Perez.
As she should be.
Why is that?
She needs her title shot.
She needs to go to the main roster.
Well, yeah, yeah.
The way that they are presenting Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis as far as wanting to bring in the best talent for their shows possible. Why is she not somebody that has been brought up to have those business meetings the way Braun does, or
Give it
Jade Cargill has?
time. Give it
I
time.
know, but
We can't
she
debut
doesn't need
everybody at once.
I know you can tease it.
You can't debut everybody at once. Give it time.
I refer you to my previous statement.
That's fine. They teased it at the Rumble. She was in the Rumble. There you go.
You know what I mean?
Tease. Tease. I wish I could come through the screen and boop you on
Why
the
did
nose.
you-
Tease. You know who I don't want to boop on the nose? And we're just full of the transitions today. You know who I don't
What?
want to boop on the nose?
Who's that?
The OC.
I thought this was fine for them.
You want to see them win the NXT Tag Champion.
What else were they doing?
You know my problem with this. You know my problem with this.
But here's the thing: like, I think that NXT, we shouldn't look at it as a developmental territory anymore. Look at it as that third brand where anything can happen. Anybody can get an opportunity on NXT. Did you really think Dolph Ziggler was going to go win the NXT Championship a couple of years ago? No. That has the true element of surprise. They killed it with the Shawn Spears debut. Let this be the little bubble where anything can happen. Anybody can go pop up from the main roster. It's the place to be, whether you like it or not. What else were they doing that had you so invested that they can't come down here and win these tag team titles instead? Oh,
Nothing.
wait, go ahead.
Nothing.
So, and now
So
you're
I'm
bitching
and I'm
about
okay
them
with
being
that.
on TV. Okay, so you're fine with them doing nothing, and then you're going to bitch about them being on TV on another
I don't want them on
brand.
TV. That's where I'm at.
Okay, well, okay, they're here now. They're under contract. You're not paying the contract. They got to be used somehow. Any singletons out there?
Don't you even. Also, one more shout out real quick before
Of
we
course,
end.
we got all the time in the world. It's our show.
It did get reported that Bobby Roode has officially retired. So
Thanks for the
That's,
memories, Robert.
that God, he could have been
One of the
something.
biggest what ifs. Yep.
God, he could have been something.
That's okay. That's okay.
Then he got hit with the Dirty Dogs. And
Yeah.
Chad Gable for that one tag team.
Oh, that's right. Gloriously Gable.
Didn't they win the tag titles?
They did. SmackDown.
Holy shit. What a time.
See, why isn't that a Stump the Smart question? Because that would have gotten a bigger pop out of time. Okay.
We haven't had that category yet. I think nicknames is up next. So get ready.
I'm scared. This
It
is
should
not
be.
good.
Because that's like every nickname ever.
Okay. It's fine. It's fine. One final thing I want to talk about on this episode. I love Dijak and Joe Gacy together. It's just fun now.
Well, they're
It's
in
it's
like an
it's
asylum match now, so that'll be fun.
they are. Yeah, it's probably something that Chris Park is producing. At least I
It's
hope so.
probably
Anyway.
it's probably like I think it's a cage, right? It's a weaponized cage. Because
I think so. Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
cage in the
Yeah.
background when they showed the graphic, so it'll probably be something
hmm
like GG and JC did that one time.
Put them back together too. It's it's
Um,
it's you know
it
JC's
might be.
doing
JC's doing
JC's
fine.
doing better than Gigi. Yeah, she's doing better than Gigi. Gigi, it just
GG
they wanted so
GG
badly for her to.
GG might be time to go back on the independents.
Interesting. Okay.
She's been with the company for a long time,
Yeah.
and she made her
Couple of
name on
tag
the
team title
independents,
runs. Yeah, that's also true.
and like they don't seem to know what to do with her. And when was the last time she won?
Mm-mm.
Like it's been a
Like a
while.
cage match.
It's been a while. Like it might
I'll
just
take
be
your word
time to
for it.
go. Hey, I'm gonna go back on the indies and do my thing.
Go in a new hold and see what happens.
Yeah, and that's okay.
It's fair.
You
Totally
can make
fine.
a
We
lot
love
of
indie
money.
wrestling.
You can make a lot of money on the independents now.
Yeah, we can.
Well, not us, but yes.
One day. Sure, with that
Yeah, we'll see.
attitude, dickhead.
Well, I'm not taking a
Fine.
bump, so
Yeah.
I'm too old for that.
I'll go through a table. In case Bryce is watching and he just, needs somebody to take a table bump. I'm there. Yeah.
You're not gonna take a table bump on Saturday. Relax.
I know I'm not doing it on Saturday. I'm just at least making it known. I'm just at least making it known that, I will volunteer as tribute. That's it. Come on.
I'm
Let me
gonna have to
have
drive
this.
home Sunday because you fucking took a bump. All right.
You know what? You know what? We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Okay.
Anything else? I'm hungry.
Well, you should have eaten before we started the show, like most of us do. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode of the Wrestling Junkies podcast. And thank you for
3 followers.
share, subscribe.
3 followers away from 1K. Get us there.
If you know one person,
He's crying. If you know one person that likes this show, please tell your friends. We are 3 followers from 1K on X. We are super excited about it. Check us out tomorrow. We're gonna do our regular time. We are also on local now at 8 p.m. That will be going out live. This Saturday we will be down in Georgia to watch Bryce Cannon take on Matt
Lariato
Cardona
Pro Wrestling.
at Lariato Pro Wrestling. So look out for some videos from our road trip because I got to spend 8 hours in the car with this guy, and then 8 hours
16.
and then 8 hours back on a Sunday, and then we get to watch Revolution. So that's gonna be fun. Anything else? Have a great night, guys. We'll
Yeah.
see you tomorrow.
All right.